Okay, I think we're ready. Yay. What's going on here? Okay, good. Still got a little cough there, but working okay. Let me shift things around. Oops. The volume needs to go down on here. I forgot to do that. There's that. There's that. Okay. I think we're good to go. Yeah. Good to go. Volume's working. Everything looks fine. Alright. Let me swap it over. Alright. We're going back to Rondo of Blood. We did beat the main campaign, but we got 2 maidens to save. Also, we gotta play as Maria. Okay. Yeah, it's been a little bit. We are gonna swap to Maria. We're gonna jump all the way to stage 1. Okay, so there is another path here somewhere. We need to figure out where that is. Let's see. Yeah, so as Maria, you don't have a whip. You have 2 doves. You could double jump. So Maria has way more air control than Richter ever does. Because Maria is a magical girl. And Dracula's gonna get defeated by Maria. It's just a comedy waiting to happen. Now, where is... I forget what the split is. It's also been a little while since I played. Yeah, it's going alright. I was sick all of last week, hot corn dog. That's why I didn't stream. I still kind of have a little cough here, but overall I'm fine. Maria's, and she doesn't get, like, wall chicken. She gets wall parfaits. Oh yeah, that's right. There wasn't really anything over here, was there? It was more of an annoyance. The first day or two was actually the worst of it. But after that, it was just more of like, just kind of a minor annoyance. But I still wasn't good enough to stream, like, at all last week. It was just not gonna happen. But yeah, I got hit with the COVID, so that was fun. And we made it to the boss already. Okay, something went wrong. I went the wrong way somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right. It's been a while since I used Maria. There we go. This ain't gonna work. Yeah, okay, so we found the normal path. That ain't gonna work. Okay, we're not sticking around. We are going back to the title screen. Okay, yeah, well, just constantly put me back to the final stage, so I have to constantly push it back. All right. I think I have an idea of where the split is. What does the tiger do? Guess we'll find out later. I think we need to drop into the bottomless pit in that secret path. I think that's what I need to do. At least the game basically tells me that there is a secret path. And with very few options on where to go. You know, there's very few things to actually try. Yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to find the secret pathway. And I'm thinking it has to be, we have to like fall down a pit. So it's either we fall down this pit, or maybe it has to do with this pit. Because why else would you just have a dead end? Let's go. Let's check down here. Secret pathway. Let's see, what do we got? That looks suspicious up there, but... yeah, there's very little options on where to go, and you know there's a second pathway for this first stage, so there's... you can figure it out. Okay. Anything over here? No. Okay, this is just a dead end. The statue tells you to go right. We had it right the first time. Just wanted to see what was over to the left. Sounds like we made it to the boss. Ugh. Sometimes the jump is a little bit weird. Ooh, we got a turtle. I can't make it up there. Got it just in time. Ooh, the dragon. Let's see. Come on. Come on, Maria. Heart? Okay. Well, what's been going on, Hawkhorn Dog? What's been going on? And you can see in the background the enemy in the lake. We got a giant sea serpent. Just gotta smack it in the face. That didn't work. Even with my mid-air controls, didn't really work out. Yeah, you really gotta be careful. You could still drop like a brick. See what I mean? If you try to walk off the edge for any reason, you'll just sink like a brick. I just wanted to see what it would do. It turns out, limits your movement. I mean, it was kind of funny. I couldn't jump. I couldn't do anything. Come on, Maria. We got this. Alright, let's try this again. We got this. It's just a stupid sea snake. Or lake snake. Whatever this is. We got birds. You know, we got this. This is easy. Oh, okay. I forgot. He'll just sink. I want to say Maria has less defense than Richter, but I don't remember. That's just the turtle. We don't need that. Honestly, I wonder if the birds might be better. The red birds, anyway. I love how the sub-weapon is so huge that it blocks my heart count. Got it. And of course, I forgot, it does the desperation move. Been playing on Dark Souls 2, normal one, run with Pyromancy Axis, need a break from Soul Level 1. Finding out there's a dude who sells poison items. So another option for Souls run. Interesting. Dark Souls only has one vendor who buys stuff off you. Why? Why only one vendor? Now remember, we still have 2 maidens to find. So, even though we're taking the alternate route, we still gotta find the chest key. Not the chest key, but the door key. And then find the room that they're in. Again, Dracula won't know what's coming after him. He's getting attacked by a magical girl. I mean, I just find it hilarious. Lollipop? Oh, those health. He's also in some of the most random areas. He also gives a really big axe if you buy about 19k souls worth of items. Huh. So he has a thing where the more money you spend, he basically gives you a reward after you hit certain milestones. I want to say there's a split somewhere if you fall off the bridge. But I also forget if it's like at any point in the bridge or there's a specific spot we need to fall through. Oh, okay. Never mind. Going down the stairs. Not to the left. Because we can't swim. Wait. Yeah, Maria did it. I think this is just an alternate way to get over to the boss, because we could have taken the upper stairs. Go the cats. Oh, I forgot how big, like, Maria's, like, knockback is. That took a while. He's also in someone. Nearly all vendors in Dark Souls 2 give you something if you spend X amount of souls on them. I see. Yeah. Is that extra life? I think so. Made it to the boss already? I don't know if we should have that. But we have a lollipop for health. I didn't know there were lollipops in like in the 1500s. Or parfaits. What's going on, Molly? You want attention? Ooh, got a weird skeleton. That can breathe fire. Okay, so the cat is not a good choice. At least not for this first phase. Okay, my dog wants out. My dog wants out. Be right back. Okay, okay, I'm back. Took a little while. Molly took her sweet time. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Anyway. Let me swap it back. It's the lady who gives the silver coat ring, which gives you more souls than even the normal version of the ring. She's also early on in the game, and you could get it faster than the normal version. That's weird. It's weird you get the powered up. You could get the powered up version 1 so early, and 2 easier than the regular one. But that must be great for grinding. Oh, he has like if you get hit by him, he casts like slow. Okay, yeah, the dragon is probably the best thing to get. Too bad I can only use it just a couple times. Oh, no, he can extend his arms. Okay, swap. Most people on the first one wouldn't go spending 20k on her and then talk to her twice. I see. But if you know what to do... If you know what to do, then it's just right there. Alright, I have item crash. Although I don't think I can... I don't have enough hearts for it. Can't reach. Dang it, come on. Okay, phase 3. Come on. Ah! I wasn't expecting that. He gets stunned. Okay. His desperation move is gonna hit me. No desperation move. Huh. Interesting. I'm pretty sure there was something else there, but for right now, we're gonna keep going. Oh no, the gravestones are attacking me now. Wait, what's that in the back? Mini boss time. Big giant skeleton. Ooh, how scary. Oh, I got hit in the eye. Is that all I need to do? Okay. Ooh. Like another parfait. Oh, I didn't see I was gonna get hit by the bat. Played some Fortnite. Well, that only losing 3 times before winning, that doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, because I was sick. I didn't really play any video games or anything. Secret pathway. I watched a lot of like TV and movies. Nothing? Okay. Specifically, a lot of stuff that either I haven't seen... Pretty much I haven't seen. Like, I first watched Space Dandy. I've only seen like half of it, so getting the chance to actually finish it was nice. But that was like the only TV show I ended up watching. It was mostly movies I was watching through. I don't want the turtle. I do want the parfait. Well, I did watch, some of the main ones I watched was like, the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. I've only saw the first one like years ago. So now that I've actually seen the full thing, I can say it is easily like DreamWorks' best movie series. But what I really ended up watching was a lot of Godzilla movies. But I was... Oh, okay. At least I just fell through. I have watched, like... Let's see. Started with watching Godzilla vs. Kong because I didn't see that one when I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters. But then after that, it was really just going back to the old stuff. I did not realize how many Godzilla films there were. There's a Godzilla RNG? It's ongoing, but it's alright. What do you mean RNG? Come on. He's gonna charge at me. There we go. Mudmen. Can we get up here? No. First of all, I did not realize how many Godzilla movies there are. There's like 30 Godzilla movies, and that's not counting like the American-made ones. Like, just from Japan, there's like 30 Godzilla movies. Ah, damn. Saw a little over like 15 of them. But like the first 15 Godzilla movies are basically under the same continuity. More or less. ARG. I still don't know what ARG is. Come on, stupid bone snake. There we go. Got him out of here. Alright, made it out of there. Wait, what? What is this egg? I have no idea what this does. Oh, it hatches into birds. One is a separate thing, but a lot of layers. Yes, so, like, the first era of Godzilla films, basically called the Showa era. Oh yeah, we have a different game over screen since we play as Maria. Oh, by the way, There's like a guy in the, like on the bridge up there. Kind of interesting, just watching us from the distance. But yeah, like the first like 15 movies are like, are considered like the Showa eras. Philip. Online horror videos and media. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Stupid giant. He trapped me in a corner. Come on, game. Gotta try that again. So, and after watching like all of the Showa movies, the Showa era movies, it is like 10 films too many. Because especially like the second half of those films is just really mid. Here we go. Ends with King Ghidorah? No, it doesn't. It ends with Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla, like, appears at the very end of the Showa era. But, like, the first, I would say 5 films are pretty good. With 2 of them being kind of, meh sort of thing. And then, so you get those first 5 films. Destroy All Monsters is somewhere in there, and that's a pretty good one. But other than that, you could skip basically, like, every film except for the final 2, which that's Mechagodzilla. No, King Ghidorah first appears in movie 5. And you know, after watching Godzilla films, I did not realize how many times, like, aliens are used in those movies. There, so many times there are aliens involved. It's kind of weird. But yeah, when they do, like, a reboot series, they basically ignore every movie except for the very first one. So it was at the very least I needed to watch the first one. Oh, come on. You could arc your fireball shots. Molly, what? You're so needy. But yeah, they used King Ghidorah a few times. I was kinda surprised. It's kind of weird seeing him in like the very next movie. And he's just like, oh, you could cut these things. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that is true, yes. So at the very least, no matter which, like, reboot version you're watching, you need to at least watch the original 54 film. I did watch the first of the second reboot stuff, but I haven't continued only because I cannot find the next film. So I need to find the next film before I can continue the next set. Come on. However, like, the second half of those Showa era films is so, like, you could tell they didn't have, like, as much of a budget. Because, like, they're constantly reusing footage. And now Godzilla's just on an uninhabited island now, so we don't have to create that much miniatures. Wait, I feel like we've been to this little... Look at that cake. I'm surprised Maria ate the whole thing. Wait, the Minotaur? We fought this guy already. Was there a split pathway somewhere else that I messed up? Again, Maria and her freaking, like, knockback. Maria has very bad knockback. People parts in the movies? I'll be honest, for some of, like, even for some of the movies I like, I need to, like, re-watch them again to... Because I do feel like I'm, like, forgetting some of the details. Okay, yeah, something went wrong. Okay. Go into the tile screen. I will say, definitely, Godzilla, the first Godzilla is the strongest narrative. Or one of the stronger narratives, even for, like, the people part. By the way, for all but, like, 2 movies, I watched the Japanese dubs. Okay, so there's a split pathway somewhere that we didn't take. But I do think I need to rewatch some of those movies again. Because I don't know what it was, like, maybe I'm, like, half focusing on what's going on, maybe, my mind's, like, kind of just existing, so I'm just kind of watching anything, I guess. I don't know how else to explain that, but, but I do feel like I'm, like, forgetting a lot of details. Especially when it comes to, like, the human side part. And obviously, when it comes to, like, movie to movie, it's gonna change. They obviously, some of the human parts are slightly better than the others. I feel like the earlier sets of movies have a better human plot than the later ones. Yeah, I think maybe the earlier ones had the better human plots, because once we start going to, like, the uninhabited island, that's when I think the human plot became less interesting. Wait, are those shaking? Huh. Yeah, it became less interesting as the series went on. As well as the fact that, as time went on, Godzilla became a kid's franchise. And the writing got worse over time because of it. Like the first, when it comes to the human plot, don't mind Mothra. Yeah, it's mostly the first one that has the best human plot. I'm also surprised that how often they would use the same actors. But at the same time, even though they would use the same actors, they would not be playing the same characters. So I thought that was weird. Oh, do I need to head back down now? since I dropped those? I don't remember that being there. Yeah, I don't remember this being here. Okay, that's just rude. But I didn't get hit for it. Okay, I think we found the boss. Just money? Come on, game. You can do better than that. Guess I'll grab it, it doesn't matter. Oh, we got cheese. Okay, nothing. Alright. Boss fight. Okay. Okay, so it really depends on what the color symbol he uses. Yeah, stupid desperation move. The alien parts were kind of weird. I know, right? Yeah. Get that, it's a monster movie. It's not too much of a stretch, but they could be so easily. It's also weird how many times they use aliens. Like, okay. I'm trying to think how many times they used aliens. I think Ghidorah was the first time they used aliens. In the sense, well, Ghidorah himself is an alien. But when we get proper aliens in the next movie with Rise of, what was it? Attack of Astro Monster. The last two movies with Mechagodzilla have to do with aliens. And I know aliens were used probably 2 other times after that. Or other than that, I should say. You got so many frogs here, I don't like it. Again, we have not found one of the maidens yet. But I know we're on the right track. Because I think both of them are on the alternate pathways. I did see those stairs over there. Okay. I will say this though, like, all monsters attack is easily like the worst one. All monsters attack is easily the worst movie. That's the one where, like, it's all the kids, like, in the kid's head. That was definitely, like, that was so bad. Oh, boss fight already? I think we found the repeat boss fight. Wow, that one ice cream cone filled like half my health. This is the repeat boss, isn't it? Yeah, this is the night. It's kind of weird how we just randomly end up like in the others in the original stage. Okay, I already know this ain't gonna work. I don't know. I guess we'll see how well the turtle does. Yeah, aliens were used a good, like, a little less than half of the movies. I do think Astro Monsters, like, when the series first started going downhill. That's, like, the first one after Ghidorah. And it's mainly because that's when they realize that it's, like, kids really like Godzilla. Oh, I'm just invincible. No, okay. I think we are going to go back to the title screen. Try that stage again. There's an alternate path somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's like a skull with a, I don't know, scorpion tail. So we missed something. And I kind of wish Destroy All Monsters was the end of the series. Although, I do like the Mechagodzilla ones. I think I like both of them. So, like, Terror of Mechagodzilla is not a bad end. So I don't hate that that's, like, the final movie that it went with. But, like, yeah, it's so much mediocre to bad Godzilla movies. You know, in between Destroy All Monsters and Terror of Mechagodzilla. Just so much mediocre. Okay, so there's an alternate path somewhere. And that somewhere is right down there. Now, how do we get down there? That's the real question. Oh, I forgot Maria could do this. I forgot she could do that. Okay, seriously, there's gotta be a way down here. Okay. That's something. He's just dropping all the sub-weapons. Yes, Maria, destroy the skeletons with your doves. That was close. Deadly. Ooh, the ferryman. Thy destination awaits. Okay. That was the key. That was the key. Now we know where one of the maidens is. Thy destination awaits. It's like, thank you, ferryman. Thank you for this short trip. Good. Got the key. I'll take that hit. That's fine. Wait. I did something wrong again. Now I'm at the Camilla fight. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. I'm pretty sure Maria's not necessarily okay with that. No. No! Stop! Basically got all my hearts back. Yeah, part of me wishes Destroy All Monsters was the last of the Showa era. Even if I like the two Mechagodzilla movies. Wait. I don't recognize this stage. Against Mechagodzilla. Yeah, those are the last two movies. I do like those two. But, like, you got so much mid. You got so much mid Godzilla movies. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. That was... Wait. So Camilla is the alternate boss fight that brings you here. Okay, and that was alternate stage 5. We still haven't found the two maidens. Okay, I guess we'll do the stage. I knew I didn't recognize this. I thought this was the pirate ship one. But I think that's the next stage or something. Come on. There we go. I've already taken so much damage. Against Mechagodzilla. Oh, from the Kiryu, not Showa. Oh, okay. I haven't seen those ones yet. Is Kiryu the second series or the third series? Against Mechagodzilla. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla Showa. Against Mechagodzilla's Kiryu. Okay. And again, is Kiryu the second series or the third series? And again, I only saw the return of Godzilla out of the second series. Because it was like the only one I could find. Or I should say, I haven't found. Molly, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? That was very rude. 6 series. I only know of 3 different Godzilla... No, there's like 4. I know of like 4 different Godzilla series. I guess not counting the American Hollywood ones. Like, there's the Showa era, which that is 15 movies. Then there's the second series, which is Return of Godzilla to... Hold on. Return of Godzilla to... It's like 7 movies to Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And then it's Godzilla 2000 up to Final Wars, which that's like, what, 6 movies? And then the 4th series, which is Shin Godzilla, and I guess there's a movie that came out, like, this month. But yeah, right now I can't find the next movie, so I haven't been able to continue. It's like 5.5 Mechagodzilla movies? Yeah. Do I stay on the upper path and fight this guy, or do I go to the lower path? Okay, we're going in the lower path. Fight Medusas. Oh, look, a turtle. Damn. I gotta set the stage over. This is actually a very funky song for Castlevania. It's kind of good. It's good. Kong versus Godzilla. Godzilla versus Kong, yes. I have seen that one. Where King Kong was at a losing battle the entire time. Let's be honest here. King Kong would be dead if he did not get assistance like throughout the entire movie. Half a Mechagodzilla movie? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, come on. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong had a lot of stupid aspects to it. It's like... so many things just, like... happen for the sake of happening. It's like, why was there a portal to the... when they were going to the center of the Earth? And oh, so what was the point of the portal? When Godzilla busts a hole through the ground and Kong went through it, there wasn't a hole or a portal to it. Like, just a bunch of small details for where it just happens for the sake of happening, and they don't follow up on it. Or how you got like the teenager and like the podcast guy just be very stupid and pointless throughout the entire movie that don't really do anything. I could go. Yeah, design was cool, but it didn't look like a powerhouse like the other versions. Yeah. Yeah, and King Kong would have been... Dude, like, King Kong, like, lost so many times in that movie. Like, if he didn't have any sort of assistance, like, King Kong would not have made it. Like, there was the first fight when they were on the... when they were on the water. King Kong would have died if he didn't have assistance from the military to back him out of that corner. And then like King Kong had to beat Godzilla with a Godzilla scale axe. Again, without that axe, King Kong wouldn't have made it. Like, if it was just King Kong versus just Godzilla, King Kong had no chance. And the movie kind of proved it. What do we got here? What? Look. Okay. Oh, maybe this is the bridge I'm thinking of where we need to drop down. Don't know how the Kong species were rival to... Well, if you look at the Showa era for King Kong, you know, he gets juiced up by electricity. Like he's Frankenstein or something. That's how he was able to beat Godzilla in that era. By cheating. I also thought the King Kong versus Godzilla, you know, the first one, the original, was kind of mid. But the fact that they got a King Kong versus Godzilla movie that, like in what, 64? Kind of ridiculous. I didn't think they actually had a crossover. It's originally supposed to be Frankenstein. Yeah, I know. Well, originally it was supposed to be King Kong versus Frankenstein. But, like, no American, like, publisher wanted to take it. So, when the writer went to Japan to try to pitch the movies... They were like, sure, but we gotta put Godzilla in it. And Godzilla had been dormant for like 10 years at that point. But yeah, it was supposed to be a Frankenstein versus King Kong versus Frankenstein movie. Oh, we're at stage 6. Okay, that's not gonna work. That is true. That is very true. Okay, so we gotta figure out where the 2 maidens are. I think we want to go back here for one. Is this the stage? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we went through these alternate stages and yet we still haven't found one of the maidens. These other 2 maidens are really well hidden. They really want you to find them. Okay, so last time we actually went down there. Down to the river. There's a pathway here. Just how do we get down here? Let's see. Do we need Richter? I know this game does let you interact with the environment sometimes, but I'm not seeing... No? That's not working. How do we get down here? How come these 2 have, like, the only green spots? Hold on. Okay, no, these have it too. I really wonder if we do need Richter. Okay. But yeah, if we go down here, we just go on this pathway. I might have to look up where the maidens are, but I'm trying to look for them on my own. It's easy to find the alternate pathways. I just don't think it's easy to find... It's not really easy to find the maidens. Or the other 2 maidens. Of course, they make Maria easy to find because, you know, she's a playable character. You think this would be something. You have to use the key there. But that doesn't lead to anything. And I just wasted it. Very nice on the 56K. You have enough for the challenge run thing now. Okay, this ain't right. I will say this, though. The priority right now after Castlevania is to work on that ribbon challenge. That will take priority. So... if you do decide to use the points soon, it will be after. At least after we continue the ribbon challenge a little bit, because I gotta work on that when I can. Assuming I can even stream those games, which I think I can. Oops. Normally, I wouldn't have that stipulation, but this is like the exception. But that's like the only time I would have that exception. Oh, come on, stupid frogs. Stupid frogs. Actually, because I have the daggers, am I able to, like, cut some ropes? Well, maybe the axe will make it work. I don't know. Kinda used to Maria now. Oh, come on, stupid frogs. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. That didn't work. No. Nothing. Okay. Nothing's working. Come on, get down. Okay, something's not right. Either I needed the daggers and I lost them, or there's something else I need to do. Oh, we got a stopwatch, okay. Okay. I'm gonna eventually pull up. You fine with the FE8 run? Yeah, probably. But again, it will have to be after we do Pokemon. Yeah, I have played FE8 before, so that is on the table. If it's a hard mode thing, I might have to see if there's a save I could download. Because even though I've played Sacred Stones before, it's through the 3DS Ambassador program, and I don't know if I could get my save from that on there, so either that, I would have to play the game on my own time just to get the hard mode thing going, which it's fine. I could do that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Challenge run. FE8, iron weapons only. So basically just the easiest weapons to use. Okay. Any difficulty. Okay. Okay, okay. We'll keep that in mind. You might have to remind me here and there, but no, we'll do that. We'll be doing that challenge run after Castlevania and after we do ribbon challenge stuff for Pokemon. Normally, I would just have it be the next thing, so it would be like after Castlevania, but ribbon challenge does take priority. So I hope you don't mind waiting a little bit on that. But we will be doing that then. Sacred stones. Iron weapon only. Okay. So basically, oh, okay. So that basically means we gotta beat the Demon King without using, you know, like the legendary weapons. Interesting. I wonder if that's even possible. It is the easiest one to beat. Oh, okay. Never mind. Huh. Well, we'll try it. If I can find a save that has beaten like normal and hard mode, and just has hard mode unlocked, I might try to do that. That way we have all the options available. And then this is the boss. Okay, so this ain't gonna work. Okay. I feel like I'm on the right stage. But the problem is I am not finding the way to the... Okay, hold on. I'm already looking this up. Again, we are so close, but like finding those last two maidens, they really hide them. They really hide those two. Let's see if we can find some locations. Okay, let's see. Okay, not there. Overview, dialogue, music. We can see, nope. Okay, this is not helping. 4 prisoners, okay. Okay, so I was right, one is here, but the other one is apparently on stage 3. First block before you cross the first door. There's some blocks before. Okay. But yeah, FEA is definitely the easiest one to beat, for sure. I just don't know, like... Because that's still the GBA era. It uses the legendary weapons. It wants you to use legendary weapons. At the end of the first block before you cross the first door. So it's after this. If I could get a save, we'll probably do that on a hard mode, because why not? Let's make it harder. Yeah, come on. Okay. Before you cross the first door... Yeah, I knew the two were on these alternate stages. Stupid skeleton. Assuming the tower is on the table, but only the chapter stumps you. We'll get there when we get there, okay? Yeah. Because that's one of the ones where you can level grind. Before you cross the first door, there are some blocks below the door. Destroy them. Yeah, so I've done this. So they want me to go through here. The secret staircase. That was the secret staircase.
Who's there? Sister. Surely you're help sent from heaven. You are an angel.
She's a mythic character.
To the village.
Is Vale any good?
Wait. What's your name? Maria Renard, vampire hunter. Maria, I know God is watching over you.
I do think you get like an alternate cutscene if it's Richter. So it's kind of funny. They're just like, what the hell? There's a little girl here? What are you doing? Then she just gives the 90s thumbs up. It's great. Okay, so that one's easier to find. If you just realize that's a... You know, if you're not stupid and you don't realize that that's a hidden pathway. And she's saved. Interesting. Alright. So we saved 3 of the 4 maidens. Come on. There we go. See, there we go. Finally got one of the maidens down there. Ooh. Where's the wreck? Alright. Come to an area with climbing skeletons and frogs. Yeah, in the beginning. How are you supposed to know this? Okay. Has some damage reduction piercing. That sounds pretty good. Is she a mage character? Also, is it good or evil Vale, by the way? Blue eyes or red eyes? Is it the red eyes black dragon or the blue eyes white dragon, red eyes black dragon? So, so we had to hit that statue. Now we need to keep going. We keep going until we get to the door with this other statue. Now we run back. Ah, there we go. Now we go down here. Blue mage, good version. Probably saving the bad one for next year. Purple eyes Vale. Yeah. When is Vale gonna get her, blue and, one blue eye, one red eye? Then they become purple. We found both maidens.
Oh. What's this? Come to save me? Uh-huh. Oh my, you are injured. Yeah, but I'm just fine. Uh-oh, gotta run. See you. Wait, my father is a doctor. That should do it. Wow, thank you so much, miss. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. Thank you. It's very dangerous here. Be careful.
I like how Maria is just like, hey, I saved you. Well, gotta go. Gotta go stop Dracula and all that. Oh, she gets this too? Oh, it's... she sings! The legendary banner is stacked, a lot of great heroes and amazing fodder. If it wasn't for Winter Ephraim, probably would have been someone on it. Why, do you already have Winter Ephraim? Is that it? And with that, the file is almost done, but not quite yet. We still need to beat Dracula. With Maria, with Magical Girl. We have saved all the maidens. Now to beat Dracula. With the Magical Girl. Keep trying to get into max. Merges 10. I see. Let's see if this magical girl can beat the King of Darkness. The strategy might be a little different. Or it's about the same, I don't know. It's currently +4. Just maxing out one of just any 5-star character sounds like a pain in the ass. Oh, I can't just duck and jump. I do the dash move. Okay. I gotta get used to the timing again. Did I even hit him there? Like, what's the difference between a normal 5-star versus a +10? Like, what's the stat difference? I know there is a difference, and I know there's a reason to go for it, but it takes a lot of pulls to try to get it. Dang it. Maria just takes so much damage. Maria's a glass cannon. Okay, like, what, 2 more hits? There we go. Form 2. Wow, like, I already got him under half health. Do not underestimate Maria. Take that, Dracula. You lost. Such a pushover. Now watch this hilarious gag ending.
Once again, the blood of Belmont has defeated me.
Are we sure about that?
Perhaps this, too, is part of my fate.
It's your fault for being so mean to everyone.
Dracula's just a big old meanie.
It is not by my own power that I am resurrected. It is the greed of humanity which calls me back. And thus, by might, I rule. Might becomes the one and only justice in this world.
I don't understand what that means. No matter how complicated you make it, a bad thing is still a bad thing.
Maria just, like, laying it simply. Like, Dracula's like, oh, this is what I lost to.
Greedy humans exist, I shall be reborn. That's all you need to remember.
Dracula's, like, just talking to a brick wall right now. He's trying to do this big monologue, but here Maria's just like, no, you're just a meanie. Stop it.
We shall meet again, blood of Belmont.
I'm pretty sure
So funny.
I don't remember Maria is a blood... Oh, no, I think she is a descendant. Just like a distant cousin sort of thing. But no, Dracula was not defeated by Richter Belmont, but by Maria Renard just being so much more powerful with her birds.
It's crumbling! Everyone, run for it! Quickly!
I don't think there is a special ending for saving all the maidens. I don't remember anyway. Molly, hey. Yes, I know. You want attention. Yay, happy music. You can tell this is not treated that seriously. I mean, I find this funny. I've only seen a little bit of the new Castlevania series that, like, adapts this story. I've only seen, like, 2 episodes. But they changed Maria to be, like, the leader of, like, the Revolutionary Army or something. And I'm like, this is way more fun. This is way more funny. She's, like, so serious in the new one. It's just, like, this is just way more funny. But no, we can't have that. Alright, Molly. Dog's trying to get my attention. But yeah, that's Rondo of Blood. Not much more to it. I don't think there's anything else in here. I honestly thought the 4 maidens changed the ending, though. What? You are just so needy. My dog's just so needy. Here, if you're so needy, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, nope. Come here. Come here. Oh, okay, I see you found your bone. You found your bone. Okay. But yeah, that was Rondo of Blood. I thought there was more hidden in here. Maybe I'm thinking of like the PSP version. But yeah, that's it. Not much else to say. We saved all 4 maidens. We beat Dracula with both Richter and Maria. There's no difference in the ending. I thought there was. What's boss demo? Oh, you could just refight bosses. What's secret? I'm curious. What's secret? Oh. I'm not... Oh, is this just a video? This is just a video. Wonder how you do that move. Must be like quarter circle forward or something to do that. Might try that. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Look at that. It doesn't seem to cost anything either. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that move. Oh, that's what the money's for. So the more money you get, you could buy basically like hints to boss fights. Okay. You know what? I want to see how we do that move. I want to try that. Molly, Molly, come on, you're fine. There's a way to do. Oh. There's gotta be a way to do it. It's not down, down, down to the right. Now I have to look this up. Okay, hold on. Maria special. Let's look this up. Because the fact that they were showing that move. Oh, up, down. Oh, okay. I'm going up the stairs. So, you need to use up, down, down, right, right, plus square. Ah, there we go. Let's see if I can do that again. Such a weird input. There we go. I bet you could get through bosses very quickly just by using that. Is that the only one? I can only do it a couple times, but you need to do up, down, down, right, right. It's basically like using a Hadouken with an extra step. Anyway. That's interesting. There isn't really much else to show. And I don't have the Switch in here to swap to the next game. So if you don't mind, I think we'll call it... Wait, what's with the sound test? Okay, we'll let that play. I think we're gonna call it early today. So, tomorrow, we're gonna play Dracula X, which is Rondo of Blood at home. Then after that, we're gonna go to Symphony of the Night. I don't know how long Symphony of the Night is gonna take. After Symphony of the Night, I'm gonna see if I could do Ribbon Challenge, and then after that, we'll do, it was Sacred Stones with only iron weapons? Okay. Yeah, we could do something like that. Anyway, I know we're cutting it a little early, but I don't know what else to do. But yeah, tomorrow, Dracula X. Anyway, have a good day. Later.